Okay, second Monday of June. Crazy, crazy. Summer's already flying by. But I wanted to do this topic because we started this new format in our team to help you guys. Um, because I think getting those easy wins and breaking down the barriers of paying for an accountability group or what it looks like or what the experience is how you can ease people into continuing this journey. And so I came up with this idea because I was talking, I don't know, with some other coaches, and I was trying to think like, okay, why are you guys not seeing the success you want, right? Why are we not changing 3 lives? Why is everybody not hitting the goals that they want to hit at the beginning of the month and struggling to the last hour and stressing out? And then Beachbody becomes this thing that is just a stressor in your life. And that's not what it's supposed to be. I mean, yeah, it takes hard work. You guys all know that. But I think if we get back to a game plan and a structure and something that's simple so that it's like, okay, this is what I have to focus on for this week. This is what I focus on for next week, blah, blah, blah. And so you get easy wins, you get people excited, and they want to like organically continue their journey with you so that you don't feel like you have to cold invite or send things that you don't feel good about messenger wise, or, lots of things that you don't want to do to hit your goals, right? So I wanted to kind of walk through the focus for this month, how to rock this free group, and how all of us, what we need to focus on the next couple of days. So if just to kind of overview again what is going on, the first week is a clean eating focus. So every day I'm putting up a meal plan. I'm not putting it up until the day before, because if I were to give somebody 5 meal plans today, they would just take it and run, right? They wouldn't show up every day. They wouldn't care about plugging into the group. So I'm trying not to do that so that we create that element of like, oh, I can't wait for tomorrow's, what am I going to make type of thing. Just so you guys know the logic behind that. And the group that I've been getting the content from is from my Josh Coates training. One of the coaches shared it, and just the way she structures it, I think is really, really great. So we're going to kind of walk through the steps, and then next week will be a Shakeology focus. So a lot of your challengers have gotten sampler packs. The deadline to get the sampler pack is Wednesday. So we're going to also talk about that like you can still get your challengers that are in there, or challengers that aren't in there still on board for next week. Cool. So let me share my screen. Can you guys see this? Thumbs up. Good. Okay, cool. So this is kind of in my mind, the back to basics month. So the way that I think about the year, yeah, you guys may see it as like halfway through the year. Maybe you aren't where you want to be, but this next 30 days is the last 30 days in the Beachbody year. Because when Summit starts, that starts the next Beachbody year in my mind. Because, we hustle towards the end of the year and we set goals for 2018 and so on and so forth. So really what I want us as a team to focus on in June is getting back to basics. So I'm going to kind of walk you through how I think about this group, because the idea is we run a bomb group this month, and then some of you next month elevate yourself to leaders and start running your own together. So like Liz, Brittany, and Tara could pair off and run their own free group together. Because here's the deal. If you're not running some group every single month that you're a leader within, how can you develop a team down the road if you're just relying on me to create all the content, right? And I think everybody's goals are different, but ideally I want to breed leaders in this team. So I want you guys to know the mindset that I have towards a group. So number one, every single month when I sit down and I look at my calendar, I make a game plan. And I set a challenge group date on that calendar for the team every single month. Does it mean you have to use that date? Absolutely not. But these are kind of 8 things that I want you guys to focus on every day for the entire month. Okay? So you always have to have that challenge group start date in mind. And here's why. Because okay, we're doing a free group right now. We're doing Shakeology group next week. So what do I need to invite to today? Well, right now, the Shakeology group's coming up next week, and I just told you Wednesday's the cutoff for the sampler pack. So you need to be talking to your challengers that are in the group right now that aren't on the sampler pack, behind the scenes, forming them, understanding more about their goals, understanding more about their struggles, shouting them out and recognizing them for showing up each day. And I'm going to kind of get into that. But having that mindset, like when I set a challenge group date, I know, okay, 2 weeks before that date, I need to put a public invite out, and I need to start inviting people behind the scenes that I've been forming relationships with. And so that's kind of how I think about every single group we start. The second thing is inviting people. I think that we make it way too complicated. To me, the free group is like game for anybody that's liked your posts, commented on your posts that you know personally. The same goes for the Shakeology group. So you can be inviting to that easily 5 to 10 people, I think, every single day, because that's one of the 4 vital behaviors. So if you're not doing it, you're not building your business. And I know it seems weird when you get out of your power hour, but that is just a reflection on like, okay, I need to make it so that I don't drop one category and only do new messages. You know, you want to consistently do new hey girl messages, follow-up messages, invites. And I hope you guys have seen the conversations I've shared in the pods. I followed up with people 14 months and they never say anything to me. And then they come around and they say, I saw that results post, or I saw that invite post, or I saw that bikini post. Tell me more about it. So it's so important for you guys to never, ever stop engaging with people, you know, getting on their page and liking and commenting, and, you know, every 90 days, send another follow-up and reach back out and be a friend. Simple things, right? Back to basics. Number 3 is growing your network. I know I got a comment from Brianna. I don't know if she's on here today, but she was saying how she feels like everybody she knows is a coach or already working with a coach. Well, first off, that's a limiting mindset, right? What you think is what you feel and how you talk to people. So if you feel like, oh, Brittany and I have a ton of Hokey friends in the same group that she feels like I already am signed all of them up. First off, there's like 55,000 Hokies or something. There's no way I've signed all of them up. I wish, but you have to constantly be adding new friends to your network. So 5 new friends a day should be the easiest task on your power hour, I think. It should be something you don't have to think about. You go to somebody's page, would I be friends with them in real life or not? You know, simple things, you guys know this, but I think we get too caught up in our head and we're like, I don't know who to talk to. That's when you know you have to add more people to your network. None of you have 5,000 friends on your Facebook, so you got plenty of room to grow. The 4th one is posting 3 to 5 times a day. And some of you may disagree with me on this, but Liz actually said last week, she was like, you know, most people do not see your posts. That's just the cold hard fact. You may think you throw up this incredible post and it's going to do well and tons of people are going to love it and like it. But the cold hard truth is like 5% of your friends see each one of your posts. So do you want to be that person that somebody knows is consistent, is there for help, is inviting and open, and they know that they're invited to something on a regular basis, is a consistent motivator and positive force on their feed? I personally, it took me a long time to get in the group, but I like the 3 to 4 times a day. And that may seem a lot for some of you, but if you're posting 1 time a day, then try this week to post twice and up your game, and then just gradually do it, because it's important for you to be known as the person to go to. What if my page was in the feed and your page was in the feed and you only posted once and we had the same friend, and they're going to say, well, you know, Brittany just didn't post the last week, so how can I trust her? I think I'm going to message Danielle and see about the group. And that's just kind of how it works, guys. It's not to be mean, but do you show up every day? You know, can you be trusted? And that's how you build your know, love, and trust with people. 5th one, personal development. You know, I can preach it to the choir and back. I think we all have agreed. We know when we stop doing it, we feel it, right? We stop working our business. We start getting down on ourselves. We start having that negative voice take over. So find something you love. I invested in the Josh Coach training because I absolutely loved his training videos, and I'd highly recommend you guys getting on his YouTube. I threw up the event in the team page as well. I think for next week he's doing another webinar. I just love him, but I think you got to find your person and what speaks to you. Number 6, again, these are guys are all basic things you guys know, but sometimes we have to stop and reflect. If you're struggling in your business right now, I guarantee it's because of number 6. 100%. Are you on your nutrition plan? Are you sticking to your workout routine every single day? You know, are you sharing every single one of those parts of your journey? And if you're not, you got to stop everything else you're doing and focus on that number 6. I should have made it number 1. Because here's the thing, guys, we have 4 weeks to the shift shop. Do you want to be known as the person to go to when somebody wants to get on board for the shift shop? Or do you want to be in the background and watch everybody else crush it in July? You know? So pick your program and start sharing it every day. Liz has committed and she's shown up every single day. I think you're on like day 14 or something like that. I see her post every single day, day 14 out of 30. And it may seem silly and you may not get a lot of likes, but here's the deal. It builds consistency. It shows that you're showing up every single day without a shadow of a doubt. There's a video or some post about what she's doing workout wise. And I do the same thing. It puts that trust factor in and it makes you commit. So, that's why I asked you guys this morning, what program are you committing to this month? Because I think it's so important these next 4 weeks. And I was telling Claire this weekend, I'm like, if you don't commit to your nutrition this month, I will tell you, you will fail at Shift Shop. It's not to be mean, but it's tough, guys. And if you don't commit, you will get your ass kicked. Like, it's no joke. You feel it so much. So pick your program and get excited about it and make it a fun new journey and share that. Number 7 is always my mindset. Honestly, I have the mindset of changing 3 lives in the first 10 days of the month. And I know we're on June 12th and some of you are pushing for a goal. I think tomorrow or the 15th is always the goal, but don't let the goal make you push in a way that is not genuine. Use this free group. We have 80 people in there. Like, you guys should be so freaking proud of that. And so your job now is going to be transitioning those people to upgrade and elevate their journey and continue it for the long term. So I wanted to put the 20th on there so that on the 30th of June, you don't have a care in the world. You know that you're already hustling for the next month and helping 3 more lives because that's your job. And then lastly is adding 2 new coaches to your team, which I am going to be kind of redoing our Girl Boss Academy training that I asked you guys about this weekend. So hopefully that will help you guys, again, get some bomb challengers on board and then help transition in them to coaches. Because again, I think we just make it too hard. So we're going to kind of go through these things. Anybody have any questions on this? I know it's super simple. You guys know this stuff. All right, so I wanted to make sure you guys knew about the Success Club news going on this month. So you change 3 lives, you get access to the John C. Maxwell Personal Development webinar, he's an incredible leader. He actually trained Josh Coates, who I was mentioning before. So that should definitely be on your board as a non-negotiable. And then for those of you going to Summit, this middle part is a really important thing. So they're having photo ops with the celebrity trainers, and whichever category you fall in. So top 200 Success Club point earners who enroll as a coach. So if you're an Emerald, it's basically like top 300 Success Club point earners. So shoot for 5 lives this month and up your ante and up your game and commit so that you can be there. It's so much fun when you get to do it. And then the last thing I wanted to remind you guys is every life you change, you earn $20 towards Riviera Maya. And I know that none of you are signed up for it yet, but every single one of you still has the opportunity to win a room from Beachbody through the end of the year by the amount of lives you change every single month and over the next 6 months. So aim high, hustle. I know all of you love to travel, so it's definitely a big vision board you should have on your mind when you don't feel like doing the business. Cool? Next thing I want to say is it's not too late. So about this time in 2015, guess who is not going to Summit? This girl. No way. I don't have time. I don't have the money. Count me out. I'm not going to that. Literally, those were my words. I'm not lying. And I want you to know that 3 weeks before Summit, I decided that I was going to go because I felt like I was going to miss out if I didn't. I can show you guys the numbers to prove it on like why beg, borrow, and steal to be there, because the discounted ticket goes up $100 after Friday, I believe it is, 16th, 15th or 16th. Check your back office on that. So I know some of you are still considering it. Just press send on the freaking ticket and we'll figure out the details. Like, we have a house. I want you guys to be there. The experience is like, there is no words. And those of you that go will grow beyond your wildest dreams in the next year if you put the things that you learn into implementation. So I want to put that reminder up there. Okay, I had to make this fun and bright because it was so fun. Shout out to Liz for changing 2 lives. Super proud of her. I know she's been hustling, and Amanda as well. I want some more names on this board, and I know that over the next week with the free group, we're definitely going to amp that up for you guys. So I just wanted to shout out Liz. Way to go. All right, guys, let's rock into this. Okay, you already saw that. My bad. I didn't hear twice. Okay, so what should you be doing over the next couple of days? These are kind of the main focus. Number one, you're going to be getting to know your challengers. A lot of you probably invited maybe random people or people you haven't talked to in a long time, and they said yes. They said it's free, awesome, free workouts. So now your job is to do the work, to get their phone number or be messaging them on the app, which I'm going to show you to do, and be forming them, asking them about their life, asking them about their struggles, asking them about their goal, and understanding what this group means to them. Is it something, because some of them will come to you and be like, how can I cancel it? They're already in that mindset where it's, you need to get deeper with them and say, but why are you here? Like, why did this interest you? What in your routine right now isn't working? So the first thing I want you guys to be doing is talking about this publicly. You should be breadcrumbing in your posts. Like, I didn't want to work out today, but there's 80 people showing up every day. So I have no excuse, right? And I have X amount of challengers that are rocking and rolling. You need to be sharing those things, because the more you talk publicly about what you're doing privately, the more people want to know about it. Sharing that energy, letting others feel the FOMO, fear of missing out on what's happening behind the scenes. Leaving those breadcrumbs is so important. The second thing is messaging them behind the scenes. I really think that each day you should be sending them a message through text or on the app, which I'm going to show you guys how you can do, a daily check-in, asking them, did you win the day? How did your workout go? Which one did you do? And I'm saying this because we're going to put more work into this group than you probably ever did work on any other accountability group, because they need to know that you're going to over deliver, and they need to know that you truly care about them seeing success in 5 days. That's a really short time. So that means you got to be all over their activity and shouting them out and being their biggest cheerleader and just being that positive support. You can tell already in some of their posts, they feel like these workouts are really hard for somebody who hasn't done it before, right? So you need to keep reminding them they're going to be sore tomorrow. Talk about how they can overcome that, eating bananas, drinking more water, extra stretching. Those are when you guys get to give tips and bring value. And then again, finding out about their struggles, being a listener, right? Not a word vomiter, and finding out the holes in their routine so that you can understand, okay, is Sean Week the really right workouts they should be testing because you have 2 weeks? Or should they be trying out a different program and letting them, guide them to what's going to work for them? So that should be your number one focus. And I would highly suggest having a list of your challengers that are in the group and checking in with them every single day. All right, guys. The second thing is you guys set the tone. Whatever you do, everybody else will do. It's like, what does my notebook say? What do I have here? It's attract what you expect, reflect what you desire, become what you respect, mirror what you admire. So we set the tone. If it's just Danielle, oh, go ahead. Someone have a question? I heard somebody. But you guys set the tone. So everything you do, that's what your challengers will do. So if you don't check in all day and you throw up one selfie or one workout login, that's what your challengers will do. But if you're in there once in the morning and once at night and loving on their stuff, you know, complimenting them, not just saying like, you go girl, but asking questions. You know, if somebody posts a picture of their Shakeology, ask the recipe they made. Some of you have been doing really good about that, like sharing your little tips and tricks. So I really appreciate that. But make it personal, even if they're not your challenger, or you don't have challengers in the group. Build the momentum in the community by acting like they are your challengers and how you would treat your future challengers. Participate like you want your challengers to be, and be clear on your expectations. You know, like I said, ask them to rate their day, find out where they're struggling, give them ideas of how they can switch things up and make this kind of work for them. But what you guys, the energy you bring to that group is the energy you will get out. So if we want to change 3 lives, everybody, then you got to hustle these next 5 to 10 or so days. And it's important. I know it's a lot of people, but it's important you get in there and you be a positive light. So this is something I've been asked before, and I wanted to kind of add it in here because you guys asked, like, what do you do when a challenger goes quiet? And I know it's day 1 and it's exciting. Some people are still getting added to the group and probably playing catch up. So make sure that they feel comfortable and confident to know what to do. But these are some things that I wanted to throw out there as things to do when they're quiet. First and foremost, if you haven't signed up for a live video to do over the next week or so, please do. It shouldn't be the same names on that Google Doc. I just did a 3-minute one today because why not? Nobody had done it. So it's 3 minutes. That's the max time you can go. So it's short and sweet. But the way that you combat people going quiet is commenting on their posts, being personal, and adding a compliment. I guess these are the same things. I must have not changed this. My bad. But things you can do when people go quiet: texting them personally, asking, how's your day going? You know, did you get your workout in? What I like to come from the approach of, not like, I haven't seen you, or like, I haven't seen you log this week, what's going on, but more so like, how are you liking Shakeology, or how is your workout routine going? So it's less of like, oh, I saw you didn't log any workouts this week, you know, slap on the hand. It's more coming from like, what's the best part about this? You know, how are things going? And then they'll probably come to you and tell you what's going on. The other thing you can do, and I wanted to show you guys this if you didn't know, really quick. Let me switch. Can you see this? My challenge tracker? Okay. So you can go to participants, and I go through, like I did this today. I do it every single week. And I'm like, okay, Samantha Setman, she only has 1 Shakeology and 0 workouts for the last 2 weeks. That's not good, right? That's really bad. She's been in the group for 14 days. So I'm going to click on her name, and hopefully she's logged her goal here. But if not, I can go back to her original challenger about me form that I send to all of my challengers before they start, so that I can remember, okay, what were her goals when she started? How can I bring that back around? And I click send message. And here's why I like to do it through the app once a week, because they get a notification. So they can't ignore it. They have to go uncheck it, because I hate having notifications not unchecked. And I'll be like, hey girl, how are things going? We miss seeing your face pop up, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And they really appreciate that personal check-in. So I would say, you know, maybe for the free group people, they might not know how to get this. So you might want to text them. But if you only have their Facebook, I would definitely send it through the app, because I think it'll be more personal and they'll see it. It will be a notification that they can open up. And then you can always send them your number in this message and say, like, I'd love to chat more about, you know, how your routine's going and see how I can best hold you accountable this week. So I would highly suggest doing that every day for your challengers that are in the free group personally. I just think it's a great feature, and I do this for all of my challenge groups because I want to know, okay, when's the last day they logged? Andrea's doing awesome. She has Shakeology logged today, but her workout, hasn't been since June 8th. What's going on there? What's holding her back? That's kind of a red flag for you to know who's where and how to keep track of them. Did you guys all know about this feature? Do you use it? Yes. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. And then, other things like you have to realize that everybody's not going to commit like you are, but all you can do is control yourself. So when they do post things, celebrate them. I would say, if you feel comfortable, celebrate them publicly. Find a way to do that. That's even better, but give them a couple of days to get comfortable sharing and things like that. But we'll have challenges throughout the free group. Like you can go look at the posts that I have scheduled that will challenge them to post publicly if they'd like, just for fun. Okay, let's go back. So I wanted you guys to know what's coming up on Thursday. That's kind of your big day that you want to work towards. There's going to be a post that goes up in the group about inviting them to our next accountability group for 30 days. So all of the work you do behind the scenes the next 3 days, it really matters. Knowing their goals, knowing their why, their struggles, talking to them about Shakeology. If they didn't order the sampler pack, that's okay. The way you should be phrasing the all access pass is, are you loving these workouts? Cool. It comes with 30 days of Shakeology, so you can see what it's like, and you'll have all the tools for success to rock the shift shop with me and get prepped for that. If you tell somebody, oh yeah, you can do the all access pass for $99 or Shakeology for $116, you're shooting yourself in the foot, guys, because you basically just gave it away, right? Like, I never go into conversations if I have all of the information to back it up. I know they need that package. It's there for a reason. It's successful for a reason. And I know they're not going to be as successful without Shakeology. So it's not even an option. And then remembering that now you can do the all access pass with the performance line if they would prefer that, and giving that a try. A lot of my nurses love it or like my teachers that get up really early, they love having Energize on hand. So that's just another great option. But I wanted you to know that Thursday there's going to be an invite post come up. And I'm still thinking in my head how we're going to structure the next group, because it's going to be like 2 weeks of prep for the shift shop, and then it will probably be 2 rounds of the shift shop for the test group. So it'll be like a longer group altogether. But I'm still kind of working that out in my head, because like I have the 26th starts my next accountability group. And then the end of July is when the test group will start. So for shift shop. So we'll be talking more about that as it gets closer. But really for the free group, it's just like you guys showing up, staying in touch with your challengers, knowing what workouts they're doing, helping them with meal prep and nutrition and figuring that all out. But all the content's there. And so the goal here is, again, we run this together, and then you guys can take this and run with your teams and your new coaches next month. And then you can continue growing this and letting this be the place where you look for new coaches. If somebody's posting every single day and commenting on everybody's posts and cheering them on like a coach, don't you think you should invite them to the coaching opportunity? Right? Like, keep those little antennas up as you, I don't know what happened, my internet plugged out. Keep those antennas up and look for the people that are highly participating. And it doesn't mean you have to invite them to coaching right away. Obviously, you want to get them started with the all access, but I think it's just a great reminder that the best coaches are found in challenge groups, and we need to start thinking more of that, giving people 10 days to 2 weeks. And if they are on point, like I have challengers that are 14 out of 14 days showing up every single day, you better believe I'm inviting them to our coach sneak peek at the end of the week. I'm going to be running an event that I need to share with you guys, but it will just be like an open event that you can throw people in there and they can learn a little bit more about the coaching opportunity. So it's just information that lives there for the month, which is going to be, I think, helpful. Was this helpful for you guys? Do you get the gist of what we're doing? Any comments? Don't be bashful. Liz, did you go? Oh, I thought you went unmuted. How are you guys feeling about it? All right, let me hear it, Liz. What's going on?
I just had a bunch of people who said yes who never did it, but.
Okay, but it's still not over.
I know. It was like a few people that I was excited about, but it's fine. I mean, I have some other good people, and I mean, I'm just trying not to do what I have done in the past, which is just focus on people who don't respond. I just sent them everything they needed to know. I followed up and moving on.
Yeah, and give them a last call and say, Wednesday's the last day, because they can still join in for a week too. Approach it from that and your mindset. Like, you guys have to remember, I have people that never respond to me, like hundreds of people. So like, don't let 5 to 10 people get you down. It's just part of the business. Yes, Tara? I can't hear you.
Off topic, but if it makes you feel any better, Liz, I've sent 3 enrollments for challenge packs and they've gone ghost on me. So, I mean, I feel like I don't think it's anything you've done. I just think it's people in general. And take it in the free group if you have a choice.
So true.
Well, and here's the thing, guys, like, this is something new we've done. Yeah, there were some glitches, obviously. We're going to kind of make that more streamlined for next month, but you guys are going to get it in a consistent structure. That's the whole goal here, where the first part of the month is free group. Then you transition them to try Shakeology if they want as an option. Then you have the accountability group. Then you have coach sneak peek. So you're transitioning them every single month this way. You know what to expect. There's no surprises. And then our team should be growing. And for all those people that aren't answering you, too bad for them. They're missing out. And they're going to see you celebrate the people that are in that group. So let the challengers that are in there motivate you and talk about it. Like I said, even if you don't have challengers in there, there's people in there that are super inspirational. I mean, gosh, I've already seen some great posts from people. So go speak about that as if they were your own publicly. Because it's our team group and you guys are all a part of it. Don't let 5 people get you down. That's just silly. There's thousands more. It hit me even more about this free group today, and I posted about this, that when I came on the plane this morning, there was a lady who sat next to me, and I was in Delta Comfort, so bigger seats. I literally was like this the entire time because I couldn't sit in my seat. And she had a seatbelt extender on. And like, normally I'd be like, oh my gosh, like, you lean that way too long and your back is like killing you. And I was already dancing last night, so I was not feeling too comfy. But guys, like, that's why we're doing this. And so when you get in the struggle of like, this isn't working, people aren't answering me, the more you focus on that, the more you miss out on the opportunity to truly change somebody's life. And so just keep remembering that, like, it's not about you, and there is people out there that need you and they're watching, and you just have to find them.
It was on nightly news tonight that the obesity rate among kids and young adults in America is up again. And we're like in the top 5 countries of fat people. So it's real. Nightly news tonight reported on it.
Yeah, my Uber driver told me that he had to lose 20 pounds to have a surgery this week. And so we're talking about Beachbody. He's like, oh, I thought Beachbody went away. Like, didn't they have a marketing shift? Because they don't do infomercials as much. And I was like, well, it's more about the coaching network and word of mouth and relationships. And he told me how his wife didn't support him losing the weight. She thought she could just eat fried chicken and have collard greens as her greens. So you guys have to remember, this is the mindset that we're dealing with too. So when you're sharing your workouts and stuff, you need to be sharing those types of things. Like, I was thinking about this weekend, like, I used to have Pop-Tarts every day for high school and breakfast. Like, something so silly, but how many of you can relate to that? I'm sure, right? Like those little things we need to talk to, because that's how people still think. They think they can eat whatever they want and then work it off. So I think sometimes we get caught in the Beachbody bubble of like, here's my workout, here's my great meal prep, here is my awesome challenger. But like, it's the vulnerable stuff. And it doesn't, I'm not like talking about, super deep, dark secrets. Like today I posted about feeling guilty about taking a day off, which I totally do, which I shouldn't. But those little things are the things that you guys, those connect you to the right people. So I just wanted to remind you, like, it's bigger than us. And there's a reason that it's tough. That's why people are overweight, right? It's tough. What else, guys? Was the challenge group stuff helpful? I know it wasn't like rocket science, new stuff, but what else are we struggling with besides people not answering? Nothing? We're all good? Of course, Jess isn't here. I know she had a tough day. The other thing I was going to say is, like, if people aren't answering you, like, go talk about that, because how many months did you guys not answer me? You'd have to go look at your message. Some of you worse than others, I know, but like, just remember that the person you were for me is the person that you're dealing with for you. So like, if you didn't answer for 3 months, that's probably what you're going to get. So how do you expedite that? The other thing I didn't really talk about, like post wise, is like, just give a shit ton of value this week, and tell your story through it. Now you're curious, Jess. I don't remember. I feel like you weren't that long, but I know there were some, like Claire is always 8 months on the dot. I remember her, and Amy is a year almost to the date. But give a lot of value, like speak to those stories and ask yourself, like, when I was younger, what did I think about like my body? Like, what were my eating habits? What were the things that I was not confident about? Or even now, and how has this community helped you change? And that's how I try to always bring out my stories, is like, this isn't about me. That's kind of the kick I'm on right now. It's like, I mean, I kind of have my routine down. I know how my body reacts to things, and it feels really crappy right now, but post to that. And remember that it's about having a game plan. So like, if you guys don't know what to post, I want you to schedule it out for the next week and pick 2 things you want to share. Like Tuesday, Tasty Tuesday, and a life post. I should actually share with you guys in the Josh Coates thing. He gives us 2 different post ideas for each day. So like today it was a health and fitness post and a lifestyle post. Tomorrow is like an engagement post. So like asking a question and going live. And then Wednesday it goes back to health and fitness post and lifestyle post. And then every Friday we have to show a progress photo. So it's like, you got to stay on your stuff and stay on your program if you're going to show a progress photo. So that's kind of helped me. I can make a graphic for you guys and give that to you if that would be helpful. Would that be helpful? Mix it up.
Yes, it would be helpful.
What else? I don't want to hold you guys. Jess, you got anything? I can't hear you. What?
I had such a bad day. I just got to go fold my laundry and put the baby to bed.
Go for it, girlfriend. Well, I won't hold you guys up, but just be the positive light. I know it's tough some days. I know some days run you down, but lean into your pods. That's why they're there, Don't feel like you're at this alone, because when we can kind of thrive together, we can help each other, you guys are going to feel so much better. And don't ever hesitate to reach out to me if you're having a bad day. Like, we can talk through it and I'll kick you in the butt and get over it. All right? All right, guys, let's rock this free group. Let's call other coaches out to participate. Don't be afraid to do it. because they're all in there, so they should all be participating. Cool? All right, guys, super proud of you. 80 people is awesome, and keep hustling to Wednesday. Keep inviting, keep sharing, keep talking about it. Cool?
Cool.
Have an awesome week.
Bye.